What's going on, guys? This is Big Worm 380, and we're back in Ark Survival Evolved on the Xbox PvP server. As you can see, the Easter Excellent Easter Event is going on. Got some bunny ears. Still working on that. Just going to show you guys this real quick. Let's see. On official servers and stuff, I believe you can typically find eggs, wild eggs around, and those are the ones you're going to have to find to get the Easter stuff. But on my dedicated server, I've noticed I never ever see wild eggs, hardly ever. I mean, so what I did was I just made this little 1x3 or 2 pen and just got a bunch of female dodos, and I did throw a male in there because I don't know, that way they're mate boosted. And I know when they're tamed, I know that helps the egg production. So and it seems to be working pretty good. Back up. Yeah, these have been sitting here. I collected some eggs. They laid all the, which I have the egg lay turned up and all that. But I mean, you know, they're dropping these Easter eggs like crazy. So we're gonna be able to get quite a bit of bunny ears for all of our stuff. Let me collect these up real quick. There's 3 different things you can make with these eggs. There is a Procoptodon bunny suit. If you have a Procoptodon, I'm thinking of taming one just to do it. Why not? You know, for the Easter event. And then you can get bunny ears for your character, and you can get bunny ears for dinos. Now, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see. Boom. Man, these are kind of a pain in the ass to pick up. Alright, let me move them to the other end. Back up! And you just kind of give them a little punch and they'll all take off to the other end, so that's kind of nice. Let's see. One more. Yeah, that's a bunch. So that'll work. Okay, now when you're doing these eggs, we have an industrial cooker, but the recipes for some reason don't show up in the industrial cooker, so you will need a regular cooking pot, which isn't that big a deal. That's 31 eggs right there. So yeah, you've got your Procoptodon suit. That's a whole complete suit for the Procoptodon. Makes it look like a huge rabbit. So we got 51 eggs so far. That takes 70 eggs. Okay, so I may just wait, because I've already made a pair of ears for myself and my Argent, and I know Chris is probably going to want to make some too. Because we went flying around the other day when the event started, and we couldn't find any eggs anywhere. You know, even with dodos on the beach or whatever. And so I tried this, and it actually worked out pretty well. So then the bunny ears for you, your character, and the any dino you want, those are 25 apiece. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go try to find a Procoptodon later and make that bunny suit, and I'll show you guys probably in another video. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, you're gonna need the regular cooking pot. They won't show up in the industrial cooker for some reason. Just get you a bunch of female dodos and a male, throw it in there, and let them go. But also, what I'm going to talk about in this video, the last video I did, I kind of showed the new UI. We tamed one of the new dinos. Just basically talked about the new update kind of in general. And I kind of talked about the new quick buttons and stuff for the menus. But since the other day, they've already had like 2 or 3 hot patches that they came out with, and they did some tweaking on it, changed some buttons around, and I wasn't real sure on what all did what anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and step inside and go to Fabricator or whatever, and I'm going to show you guys what they came up with. I believe this is the final set of controls. So let's head inside. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys, this works the same on Fabricators, Smithies, whatever. It's just, you know, the buttons. Okay, so obviously when you're standing outside of a Fabricator or Smithy on Xbox, it's, you know, turn it on with the Y button, turn it off with the Y button. Okay, now once you go into the inventory, okay, I'm gonna bring up this, I'm gonna bring up the list of control changes here. You can just pause this, bring this video up and pause it if you want to look at it, but I'm going to go through each, one of these and talk about them and show you what exactly they do. So here's the list here, and so if you ever need that, you can look at that. Alright, now I'm going to go back, and here's what it is. Okay, so first one, chat offset now fixed when scaling the UI. I'm not honestly sure what that means. I think that just means that it moves or whatever. I don't know. Chat box no longer covers hotbar when inventory is open, so that's good. We're always in party chat on this server, but I know on public servers people use the chat a lot, so that'd be nice. Okay, so now if you're crafting something, I'm just gonna do ammo, just because you always make a lot of that. Okay, so when you're in the inventory of a crafting bench, whatever it is, it used to be you would hit what I call the start button, the little button to the right of the guide button. Okay, that would start a fire or start up a fabricator or whatever. Now you click the right stick, that'll turn it on and off. You see it right there in the center of the screen, and you can probably hear it. So now my fabricator's on. I click the right stick down. Okay. Now, if you want to, whatever you're crafting, if you want to craft one, you hit the right trigger. That crafts one, which on ammo you're not going to craft one, but that's for anything you're crafting. Okay, then the X button, you hit, it crafted 5. Okay. Now, if you hit the Y button, if you notice on the screen here, there is no craft all option anywhere on here. So you just highlight what you're doing and hit the Y button, and that crafts. It didn't craft all. It crafted 100, and then I had to hit it again to finish off. But so in other words, you've got a single, you've got 5, and then Y is pretty much craft all, but it looks like maybe you gotta hit it more than once to get all of it. Not sure on that. And that's on ammo too. I mean, a lot of times it went up to 100, maybe it's 100, and then you hit it again and it'll do 100 more if it's available. But basically Y is your craft all button. So that's good. That way, you're doing ammo, you don't sit here, and that's a good one to know, so you're not sitting here just spamming the shit out of the trigger trying to craft a bunch of ammo. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that make. We'll go over. Let's see. We'll go over. Okay, when the update first came out, up here at the top, above these here, above where it says structure, you got your little icons. They were using the R shoulder button and the L shoulder button to cycle through those different tabs. Now it's going to be your start button and the other little button, what I call the back button. This cycles through your tabs up here. Okay. Now, also, what else? Oh, your left stick swaps between the inventory of whatever you're at. Like I'm at the fabricator and I'm clicking my left stick down, and it swaps from my inventory on the left hand side of the screen to the inventory of this. That way, if you're over here doing something, you don't have to sit here and scroll all the way over to go back over here. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's say I wanted to move all. Okay, you've got your transfer all button here, and you've got your transfer all button here. Okay, and they're right next to the search boxes. So, say I wanted to take all the cementing paste out of here. So, you go to the search box and you start spelling it. If it's cementing paste, all you need is like CEM. I just do like the first 3 letters. Okay, and hit start. Okay, on your controller. Then that'll take everything out of the, not take it out, but it'll hide everything else in the inventory, and then you can just hit the transfer all, and then boom, it goes over here. Okay, and same thing over here. If I wanted to put it back, or I just gotten the cementing paste, it'll do that, and then there. Okay, just bear in mind, don't get scared that all your stuff is gone out of your inventory. It's because the search box still has CEM in it. If I go in here and erase that and hit start, there's the rest of my stuff. Okay, and same over here. There's all my stuff. Okay. Now, on this here, let's see. Okay, your R shoulder button toggles back and forth. Just the R shoulder button. You don't use the left shoulder button on that. It goes from your inventory to crafting here. And then it also switches between your character information, what armor you have on and whatnot, and then it'll swap between the structure. Okay? Depending on what box you're in, it'll swap between your inventory and crafting. I like folder view. Folder view, it's because if you have folder view unclicked, then you've got to scroll through all your engrams to find what you're looking for. So this is folder view here. This is toggle tooltips, okay? Let's say, both, like I said, both sides has this toggles tooltips on for everything. Okay, so say I'm in my saddles and, I'm looking and, I've got tooltips on. That's the little box that pops up and shows you what you're looking at, and it shows the, what you need to craft it and all that. If you turn tooltips off, then it won't bring that box up. Okay? And the reason they do that, I'm pretty sure, is because if you're scrolling or doing something in a menu and you have the tooltips on, sometimes it'll cover up, another part of the screen that you're actually trying to look at. Then you got to move your box around to get it out of the way. So that way it just kind of cleans it up. I usually leave those on though, just because typically I'm going to be wanting to get, some information. And here you got drop all. That's pretty self-explanatory. You hit that, you drop everything in your inventory on the ground. I use that a lot when I'm farming, like with say metal for an Anki, and I hit a bunch of plants. You get loaded down with berries. You can put berries in the search box and drop all. Okay. Tooltips, folder view, and that's pretty much it. You can create folders here just like you could before, and organize your own inventory however you want to. I've done that before on a couple different things. Another good thing that this is for is when you breed animals, you can make folders and you can name them. Give it the name of whatever stats you're keeping an eye on, or whatever's high on that animal, or all the stats if you wanted to. You can make as many folders as you want and name them whatever you want, and that's a good way to keep the initial stats of an animal permanently, where you'll have them as a reference. Well, that way you don't have to write all the crap down or, whatever, if you're doing some breeding for stats or whatever. But that's pretty much it, I think, as far as as far as show engrams. I don't think I talked about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the only blueprint I have in here is here. I don't know. Not sure what that does. Weird. Okay, well anyway, that's pretty much it, guys, as far as the UI update and the different controls that they've added to it. If they change anything, I'll update it again, but like I said, they over the last, since the update came out, the last few days or whatever, they've come out with a few different updates. This is the latest update, came out last night, and I think they pretty much got it squared away as far as this goes. I did notice last night when I was messing with it, the folder view. Let's see. Every time I would leave my inventory and come back in and swap, it would show all my engrams again, and but it's holding the folder view now, so that's good. Because, in other words, once you toggle this and then you exit out of your inventory and then come back to it, it should still be on folder view if you put it on there. Last night it was acting kind of wonky where I would leave my inventory, come back into it, and it would be back where it's showing all my engrams. I'd have to hit folder view again. So it looks like it's holding now. I don't know why it was doing that last night. But anyway, guys, I was just going to do a little more detailed thing on that. And like I said, I'm glad I held off on doing that, because if I'd have done it in the other video, it'd be all wrong now, because I've changed the buttons. So I hope this helps somebody out as far as the new update goes, because knowing those shortcuts in the menus really helps. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.